should blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
It's happening. It's gonna happen. Everyone, welcome to this video. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Social Media Original. We talk horror, nothing but horror. How is everybody today? Hope everyone's doing well. And it is a good day to be a horror fan. Last week, as of this video being uploaded, last week on the 3rd of February, we got news from the official Scream Twitter account. We got this tweet. Officially, we are getting a Scream 6. We don't know if it'll be called Scream 6. I doubt it. It'll probably end up being dubbed as like Halloween Kills is, like how Halloween 2018, and then the next film was Halloween Kills, and then so on and so forth. This one would probably be called Halloween, Scream, Halloween. This one would probably be called Scream, the Screamers, Scream, Ghostface, or something like that. Or Scream Kills, Scream something like that. Don't know yet. But, so, purpose of this video is I'm going to go through the article that was released when this was announced by the official Twitter account. This is an article from The Hollywood Reporter. So, yeah, let's get into it and let's dive deep into the news of a Scream 6. So on screen right now, you should be able to see the Hollywood Reporter article on Scream 6. Scream sequel, a go from Spyglass and Paramount. The fifth installment released last month has earned more than 100 million globally. I'm just going to read this and talk about my thoughts, and then what I'll do is I do have one moment. I do actually have something here, a list of points I wanted to talk about. So, today, Paramount and Spyglass are headed back to Woodsboro. A sixth installment of the Scream franchise has been greenlit with the creative team from the successful 2022 film back in action. Once again, Radio Silence, Matt Bettinelli, Alpin, and Tyler Gillette will direct, with James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick returning to pen the script. Production is slated to begin this summer. So, from that, the filming for this movie will be the summer of 2022. So we are probably looking at maybe a January 2023 release, like 2023 release, like a January 2023, which would actually be really fucking cool. They are stated here saying, "We are tremendously grateful to the fans, the world, who enthusiastically receive our film. We can't wait for audiences to see what Radio Silence writers James and Guy and Project X have in store for our Woodsboro family," Spyglass and Paramount said in a joint statement. Project X Entertainment's Vanderbilt, Paul Ninstein, and William Sharrock will produce. Kevin Williamson's, who created the franchise 25 years ago with his genre screenwriting script, will executive producer, as will Radio Silence member Chad Villella and Spyglass Gary Barber and Peter Olgura. Working with such a wonderful and talented family of creators, and in the lineage Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson so expertly built, has been the thrill of a lifetime, and we're so excited to bring the next chapter in the Scream saga to life, Radio Silence said in a statement. The latest Scream successfully relaunched the franchise when it opened in January. To date, it has earned a 62.6 million domestically and has combined global haul of 106.7 million, a strong showing amid theatrical challenges passed by the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. It brought audiences back to Woodsboro, where a new killer wearing a Ghostface mask stalked a group of young friends. The Scream franchise debuted in 1996 with writer Williamson and director Craven crafting a generation-defining horror film. The new Scream was the first since Craven's death in 2015 and featured original stars Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette. It also introduced a new cast including Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Jack Quaid, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, and Dylan Minnette. No casting for the sixth film has been announced, but not all the characters survived the last outing, so audiences can likely guess who will be returning. I'm actually going to finish off with that there, and now I'm going to go into my theory of my thoughts of what the sixth film could have. So my theory is that for Scream 6 we might get more returning characters. So as you know, I'm going to warn you here. I'm going to warn you here now, right? Because the film's been out a while. I'm actually going to go into spoilers. Okay? I am about to go into massive spoilers for Scream 5. I'm going to go into massive spoilers in Scream 5. So if you don't want spoilers for the movie, if you haven't seen the movie yet, please click off now and don't watch the rest of this video. Come back when you've watched the movie. Okay, so with that said, let's move on. So the movie, so last time we checked, the survivors of Scream 5 were the two Meeks twins, you know, Randy Meeks' relatives, the two twins. Those two survived. Those two lived, and then Neve Campbell, aka Sydney Prescott survived. Gail survived, and sadly Dewey actually died. Sadly Dewey did die. And I believe obviously some of the people. So, and as you know, in the film we did actually find out that in one of the screenshots from the film, which I'll probably try and find, but if I can't, I'll tell you anyway. In one of the scenes, when one of the characters is watching a YouTube video, which is Denmeat's cameo in the film, there is a seat on the side. There are different videos. Right, there are different videos. In one of those videos, Matthew Lillard actually plays Ghostface as a cameo. Then later on, we actually find out that in one of the screenshots, it actually shows a video with an interview with Kirby Reed. If you don't know, Kirby Reed was in the fourth installment of the Scream franchise. She was a fan favorite. I really like Kirby. Kirby is one of my favorite new Scream additions. So, in the film, Kirby presumably died, but actually the original idea was for her to live and be in Wes Craven's fifth installment. but obviously Wes Craven's fifth installment never actually happened. So, with that said, they officially announced that Kirby did actually survive. So, could she return? And my big thing is yes. I think what they will do is they'll bring back characters who survived from the first movie. From the fifth movie. That includes the Meek twins. That also includes the main character, who is obviously, we found out, the daughter of Billy, and I think we might even see her mother. I think we might actually meet her mother. Jenna Ortega may return as well, and then obviously we might get to see them. The big thing that fans have wanted is, could have Stu Schumacher, who you may know as the second killer in the first movie. He actually survived. So, people have been wanting him to return to the franchise for a while now. People have been wanting him to return. But could that happen? And my answer is yes. Could he have survived that TV falling on his head? Yes. I actually think he could have survived, and at some point during the movie, in the first film, they've never mentioned that he lived. So I kind of think it'll be a thing of that the main characters, like Nev and all them, actually didn't know Stu survived, right? I feel like it'll be a thing of they actually didn't know Stewie had actually lived through that, and no one told them he survived. And this entire time, he has been in prison or a psychiatric hospital, right? He's been in a psychiatric hospital this entire time. And at some point, he is released, right? He's released. He returns to Woodsboro, right? Because I feel like it'll be a thing of that Nev actually returned to Woodsboro, or Gail actually returned. And what happens is killings end up happening again, and they find out that when Stu comes back to the town, they find out he is alive. Basically, killings happen again, and all the main characters are at the police station. This is my idea. They're all at the police station, and one of the cops says, the new sheriff or something, says that the new sheriff basically tells them, we have a consultant on the case who knows and has had experience with the Ghostface killings. And what happens is Stu walks out, and Nev fucking Gail and Sydney look at him with rage and pin him against a wall and say, how are you alive? How are you still alive? How are you not dead? Why weren't we told that you were still alive? And Stu basically tells them the entire story, that he's been in a psychiatric hospital and stuff like that. And Nev basically tells them, do you know who this man is? He is this Ghostface. He must have returned for revenge. And the police even actually, think it's true. So my idea is that they lock him up and killings continue, right? And us as an audience, we are actually supposed to think that Stu is the Ghostface again. But then, obviously, later down the line in the film, we find out, actually, no, he's not. We find out that the new Ghostface is someone else, right? Is a new character or a same character as someone else, right? We find out Ghostface is someone else. And Stu, at the end of the film, basically talks to Nev, and Kirby's even there. Somehow we'll bring Kirby in. Stu basically says that he, for so long, regretted his actions, right? That he regretted them. That it was all about peer pressure. That he was not right in here. He didn't really enjoy what he was doing, right? It was about peer pressure, and he was supposed to be the fall guy for if Billy ended up, being a part of that. So he was actually happy that knowing that Billy didn't survive that night. And when he heard that killings happened again, he wanted to come and help. And he's a lot better now that he's actually not that psycho as he was in the first film. And then I feel like he'll end up standing up, and he looks at Gail and tells her, I'm sorry about Dewey, I'm sorry about him, he was a good man. Better than all of us. I'm sorry for his sister and stuff like that, because obviously I feel like Stu may have been the one to kill his own sister, or it was Billy, or he let Billy kill her. I feel like Stu basically ended up finding out. Actually, Stu didn't kill his own sister. I mean, Stu's girlfriend. Dewey's sister, shall I say. Dewey's sister. Basically, Stu killed Dewey's sister, or Billy did. Because obviously Stu was dating her. And I feel like he ends up saying, I'm sorry about... basically says, I'm also sorry about Stu's sister. For letting Billy kill her, or me killing her. And then he looks at Sydney and possibly says, I'm sorry about everything that I ever did. I hope one day both of you could forgive me. But for now, let's just hope that there isn't another Let's hope there isn't another killing. And then he walks off. He walks off into the distance. Right, then he walks off and presumably never seen again. And then that's where the film ends. I feel like having a redemption for Stewie, because even I felt bad that when you find out his motives, like, he actually was peer pressured more than anything. Having Kirby return and stuff like that. That's just my idea of how you could bring Stu into the new movie and then still keeping it fresh. But yeah, I just don't want the next killer to be another stab fanboy or fangirl. Keep two killers still, but just don't have it be that. I feel like if they're going to do this as a trilogy, I'm actually just hoping this doesn't happen, but I feel like they're going to do it anyways. I feel like in the 6th film, they'll kill Gail. Kind of feels like they'll end up killing Gail in the 6th film. And then in the next film, Sin is the one who dies. In the 7th film, Gail's the one who kicks the... Sin is the one who dies. And she's the last one of the originals. I hope that's not the case, but I feel like that's where they're going to go. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video of my Scream 6 reading of the article, telling you news and telling my theories. Hope everybody enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and all that good stuff. Go to the links down below to our social medias. And I'll see you all later. Bye for now.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep. Have you checked the children?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?